Hello everyone, hello. I just picked this up off my doorstep and I thought I would share it with everyone. The Twines and Paper, this is the hybrid and the Weeks. So this is a B6. She offered it in B6 first and I'll link it below. And because I think she has more to sell. I don't think she's sold out of these at all. And so I immediately ordered the B6 because I'm like, hybrid, I'm in. I've been going between two planners. I have my Sterling Ink Vertical and my Paper Test B6. And so it's kind of like if those melded together. Which size? I was like, okay, it'll just be in the B6. But then she came out with an A5. She just let us know yesterday. This is Tuesday, October 8th. That the A5s are on their way to her, but it's probably like a month, I think. So they just got sent out, about a month to get to her. So she was saying like mid-November they'd actually get to her. Then she needs to like go through everything. Again, she just had a baby. Like there's a lot going on. And so, yeah, I expect then 2 weeks from Germany to hear, just like this one, because I didn't put any expedited shipping on these at all. I just did the Paper Test for some reason. I was just like, yeah, I'll get that one fast. I don't know. I think it's because I had the discount code for that, and I was like, okay, that equals out any additional shipping charges. So, yeah, so I've been really excited to get this, and I have seen some people opening these, but I have been avoiding looking in here because some people were getting some extra little goodies, nothing big as far as I know, because she does sell a lot of other things as well. I love her other stuff. I didn't put anything into these because they were both pre-orders. So this one and the A5 were both pre-orders. I did get clear covers. I hope everything's in here, so, as everyone does. But I love how this says, hello, happy to see you. So typical, I believe. This is my first time ordering from her. I was trying to see, like my address is on the other side, but I was going to try to just kind of dig in on the side here and see how it goes. So as a reminder, this is just my impressions. If I notice things, then I just point them out. It doesn't mean I dislike that at all. If I really disliked it, I would say, I'm sorry, this is not for me. It may be for you. I think I got this. Yeah, it's opening. So, yeah, that's just a reminder. I love all these planners. I really do. Like, in the last few years, it's brought out all of my memories of loving stationery and pens and stuff when I was much younger. And I love this. I love kind of geeking out on all the details of everything and learning all the sizes and everything like that. And the papers and the colors. And like, it's just so fun. So just know, like, if I'm noticing something, I just want to share what I'm feeling. And my senses are different than yours. So, okay. Oh, this is similar. Actually, I had it going the other way. So the Twines and Paper, similar to Paper Test here. This is gorgeous. In a world full of screens, your planner is where your heart truly speaks. Very, very cool. Yeah. No, I would, all these brands, I would order in a heartbeat, you know. I'm getting sparkles everywhere, which I don't mind. I like sparkles. So I was going to see if there was an invoice here. If it has my name on it, I will edit. Okay. Here is maybe some little extras there. So here is the Weekbook and the clear cover for that. And I did get sand in both of these because I have so many different colored covers, I just wanted them all to go, as I've mentioned before if you've watched my other ones. And then this is the hybrid weekly. So I'm gonna get this box out of the way. But I felt like these came very well protected. Definitely. Let's get these little sparkles up on screen. I think they're on me too. So the, okay, I'll open this first. Yeah, I had heard of Twines and Paper through, I wanted to get some of their little magnets that go on covers because I just thought they were really cool. And that's when I just kept noticing the magnets all around, and then it kept coming back to her shop. So, oh my goodness. Let's see what's in here. What is in here? I don't know. Stickers. You know, I don't have any 2025 stickers. I can buy myself planners until I'm broke. Well, you know, I don't try to go that far. Yeah, this is really pretty here. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, this is really nice. I like having these because I'll take like a single thing, like if it's like therapy sessions or like my infusions, and looking at a glance for the year, just like the Sterling ink little board. Just pick one thing and then I just plot those things. Could be like my kids' days off or something, but I do definitely keep those come in handy, is what I'm trying to say. Index tabs. Oh, nice. And they're like shiny. So these are going to hold up pretty well. Oh, that will be nice. That will be nice. I don't usually use sticker tabs. So yeah, but I have from, I'm trying to remember all these planner shops. Dandelion Diaries, I ordered just some little sparkle ones because in the back of my health planner, whether it's this one or the paper test one, I need to have some index tabs for the sections. I tried taping them off, which helped. It had the sections, like I just put washi tape on the edge of a piece, one of the pages, and then, but I kept getting confused which one was which. So this has the same thing here. Planners are my happy place. I mean, yeah, beautiful bookmark. And this is just probably a catalog of all her stuff. So we have she's definitely advertising the hybrid. This is awesome. This is really good to have. I think it's really important. But again, like this is what I was seeing. I kept seeing like stuff like this and I was like, oh, where are those coming from? So, and these bookmarks, I believe she sells. So are these the little tabs here? They look very similar. It's such a small photo there. But yeah, I mean, there's other stuff. I have one of hers and gorgeous. So now what is this? This says, is this something you eat? I see ingredients. So I'm guessing this is like a little, I'll have to like scan that. Let's see. Okay, well, I couldn't quite get that to scan very well, but yeah, I think it's something to eat because there's ingredients. Excuse me. So let's put these off to the side. Let me look at this one first. So definitely love the gold edges. That's the one thing that Paper Test doesn't do, and I understand her reasons. It just didn't come out for her. You know, everyone uses different printers. Probably some people use the same printers, and if it's not up to standards or what they prefer, or that particular place can't handle it or do it very well. But yeah, that's gorgeous. So it's going to be either this one or the paper test. I do have the paper test one right up here in my little stack here. So as you can see, I ordered the same color. And they're just a little different. Basically, they're exactly the same. Might be like, no, that feels flush. Yeah, I think I would call them the same. There might be a tiny bit of page count difference. Oh, there's sparkles in there. I just wanted to try the paper test one in here and just see how it fits. I don't know. I think these, because these are so fresh, they should go on here pretty easy. But I'm trying to think. My other weeks, I got, it was just a Hobonichi one, and I have to cut the back of my planner. And so that's why I'm trying it on the paper test first, because I would love to know if the paper test can go in there. Trying to be gentle to both things. So yeah, I'll have to make a decision on which week book that I want to do. Let's see. There we go. It feels super tight, but yeah, that fits perfectly on there. Just there's some sparkles to get off. But yeah, I couldn't find a clear cover for this, so see about Twines and Paper for paper tests if you have a paper test, and then you don't have to cut the back, because these are just a bit wider, I think. I bet Sterling inks are the same, or very, 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 very close. I know paper test and Sterling ink sizes, as in terms of how big the spine is, are very similar. And Sterling ink will be coming out with their clear covers this next month. So either one I would look into if you need a paper test, because I know paper test was not selling clear covers overseas. So this is very smooth, like very, very smooth. If you can see, there's like a little bit of texture to this one, but this texture here is much more like Sterling ink, and it's gorgeous. It really is. I love like the brown, like caramel colors that Sterling ink has, and this feels very much like that. And I love the gold accents on there. So in terms of layout, as you can see, it's very, very similar. This just needs some of the pages kind of separated out. I could actually use this for something else as well. But it's going to be up to me on, do I want to have a whole bunch of rigidity of using this, because I'm so familiar with this. I can set it up really easily. And I always, when I first saw this, I think I mentioned it when I first got a paper test last year, was like, I always was looking at this going, wow, that seems so small and rigid. How can you use that? And I think that's a common complaint of this, until you start seeing people using it in different ways. And then you're like, oh, I could put hours. I put my levels of sleep and everything on there. You can see, I'll link my health video one below. But this has such a similar layout here, but gives me more room to track different things here. And I don't know, I might track things this way or this way, and then has a little habit tracker. I feel like I want to put my medications on here, maybe, or something else. We'll see. So the beginning pages, though, were a little different. Let's see. I feel like there's a page in between here. And the gold is just holding it together still. There we go. So the overview, the overview here I know I'm going to be going back and forth between these two. I didn't like how there was only just this area. I really, for some reason, like to have more room. Equal, I don't know, it just felt a little, because it was hard for me to scan with my eyes to find what month. It just, because it's just not as common. This, I can immediately go first half of the year, second half of the year. Like, you can grow accustomed to it real quick, but this just makes like instant read instead of thinking about it. Goals, which is a little different than like Sterling ink. I don't have a Sterling ink weeks, so, and there is a page in between here. So you have all 4 quarters, and then you go into this style. I did like a lot of the trackers. There's more trackers in this one, which I'm excited about. And then, anyway, feels like there's another page in between here. There we go. And yeah, you go through all of them. Just kind of gonna go a little faster here. And then you do go just right into January. And I do have to say, this feels very much very similar to the paper test, which I liked. Now on this one, there's this overview, and I'm not seeing that in here because I know Sterling Ink just added this as well, but it's very similar here. And then this, actually, this feels more like Sterling Ink. Yeah. So again, I don't know. I'm not trying to like compare them all. It's just that I do have planners in all of them. And this is gridded. A little darker grid, I think. And let's see. And it should go through. Is there a January? There's a December. Yeah, and there's a January. So I do see like the grids aren't quite lined up back to back. Some of them are, like on this side looks lined up, but this side looks a little off. Well, no, sorry. That's just a regular grid. That's unfair. I can't compare those. Let's see. No, I think it was just the transition to the different grid. Never mind. No, those all kind of, you can see like the grids in between there, they're lining up because there's space on the top here. And then when you go to just happens to have 2 blank ones, you can see that it's just not lining up because it's not supposed to, because the grid goes all the way up to the top. That's fine. It's not supposed to. So then you start here. You do have just a couple days of December, and then you just go right into it. All the weeks into the first week of January, and then these are all blank back here. Let's see. There is just a little bit on the back here if you want to put your info in case it gets lost. But otherwise it's blank. Very much like Sterling Ink paper test. So that's going to be hard to choose. It really is. I'll have to give that some thought, but I am going to have a setup video. Setup videos coming. Sparkles. But this is what I'm, oh, and then this is the, if you want to see exactly what that last one is. There. So this is the B6. It came in some really beautiful colors. And I do have to say, when I went to go buy the A5, I was going to get this color, and I thought this color was honey, because I just thought of like light colored honey, and then I realized, no, I ordered the darker one, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing. I don't see the name of this color. I know Paper Test calls it sand. Let me see what Twines and Paper calls it. It is, that's A5. What does she call it here? Ivory. So moss, honey, ivory, and charcoal. Again, I'll link to it. The moss is really pretty. They're all pretty colors. Like even the black is really, like the charcoal is really pretty too. So, you know, you can't go wrong. But I just try to think of like what covers do I have? Do I want it to contrast? Because sometimes I enjoy having them contrast so that they kind of, it feels more dramatic, because that's what contrast does. Or do you want it to kind of blend in or work everywhere? Totally up to you. So yeah, it's really pretty. Again, very same feel. I do like this, just having a little bit of texture, just a little bit. And it does feel how it looks here. Just kind of like, it's a faux, but like a leather. I wasn't sure how like thick it would be. I mean, there were dimensions. So I did notice it was definitely thinner than my paper test B6, which is behind me. Now this one's a little unfair because it has properly fluffed up, and I put, every month I tape in a monthly little thing. What's it called? Monthly vellum. So as you can see, like I went very similar here, but the paper test actually is even much bigger this year. So that's why like this B6 cover is from Nisha. It's back in here. The Nisha one I've shared before. I had trouble finding kind of a bigger one because, again, Sterling Ink wasn't offering theirs. And that's why I got these covers. So these covers, they're snug, but they're like perfect fit. I mean, I think that's how she describes it too. It's like exactly how to have them fit. Like it's just sliding in. And yeah, the sparkles are on the outside here. Trying to be very careful here. There is like a little bit of, like that corner was wrinkled a little bit. I might have done that. I don't know. I don't really care either. Now I may be selling this. We'll see. It is tight on there. Let's see. It had a little bit more room to give. There we go. How does she describe it? Perfect fit. Yeah, I thought that's what it said. So it's like exactly, besides the sparkles. So what I really loved about this, let me move this, is so you have your year at a glance, and I love that you just have some room on the side to kind of be able to look at both. So if you have like some notes, or like I like to track paychecks here, and then if I just track the amount here, I can see like, oh, do we have an additional deduction, or did something change? I mean, I have my financial records too that I look at, but I don't know, there's something about seeing it side by side, not on a screen. Sorry, I had a little coughing fit there. This, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. This to me, like I want to like put a symbol, or you could put colors, or just check things off here. But I really like this layout too, because it can kind of, you can compare. Like this would be really good at tracking your cycle. Excuse me. And I may do that. See, now I put that, I put that wrinkle in there. So no, if like, if you want to see how I handled this, and I do end up selling it, then there are just some little wrinkles here and there. And I always, like, right now in some of my planners, I am putting all my YouTube numbers day by day in here. So I could do something like that. Although I also have the manager's notebook by Paper Tests, which I just got a new cover for. I might show that at the very end. So I kind of want to keep like just personal info in here. But to track something, like there's lots of trackers in here. And I want to try to take advantage, because what I was doing was I was buying Sterling ink booklets to put at the beginning of, on one side of my planner cover. So I'd close it and I'd have two in there. I'm trying to make sure it makes sense here. I'm excited. But I wanted to use these trackers instead. And so somewhere, actually, this might be good, of tracking meals. I know it sounds kind of weird, but like just having the names of the meals. But then I think I would also need, I couldn't do meals on these ones. Something else to be tracked here. But I would use like a whole month. So I'm thinking of this as when I get my A5. I don't think the A5 covers were out, but I think I have enough A5 covers. Yeah, I don't see, I see B6, A5 without the cover. Yeah, I have no idea if she's going to do perfect fit A5 covers. But I'll just use one of my covers when that comes. Goals. And then progress on those. Like there is a lot here to be able to do that. And then you do have December as a month. And then you get a page in between. Now this could be an area that I track meals as well. Or here. Like there's the thing that I do with meals though is I have the name, but then I have like a whole list of meals that I can pull from, and then these are the actual days we have them. This could be really good for this because I don't know what else I would use for an overview of the month. I track a lot of health things, but I have a health planner because the health planner comes with me. This stays at home. Yeah, I could see that actually. If I have like all the kind of stuff in the fridge and the pantry, all the ideas of meals, and then just writing them out on here. And then just having a little highlight of what I want to happen this month. That could work. And then I have appointments here. And then it goes into the week. And this is what this feels very familiar because I have a B6. Definitely like this. And it didn't have this here, which, you know, it does come into the page a bit, but I had extra room in this pages anyway. So I have like kind of like my weekly to-dos here, my appointments here, and then I'd have like task lists, more specific, like packages that are coming, stuff to get at the store, that kind of thing. And then when you flip it, so I do kind of like carpool organization there. And then you go here and you have the whole vertical. And this, okay, it just really hit me right there. Wait, these are both together, which is exactly why I wanted this planner. Is like exactly it because, and it doesn't have military time. It has just 1 through 12, 1 through 12. Starts at 6, has a little room on the top. The A5, the reason I want that is because I write larger, but it also has more room at the bottom. It's just visually, this feels a little crowded. could I exist in this? Yes. See, I knew if there was never an A5, this would work. Like, it's not my favorite size, but this would work. It definitely would. It's very tiny text. It is very tiny at the top, but I can read it clearly. But I am nearsighted, so I have trouble reading far. So then you go through and you have each of those double week setups. Like I feel like, hey, I could jump right into this. It is October, November, December, 3 months in one book just to waste it. I think I would. I don't know. You guys let me know if one of you is interested. I am going to hang on to this if for whatever reason the A5s get to her and they're just something really bad happens, like they get all wet or, you know, the package gets lost, something horrible happens. That's why I'm keeping this until then, because I can totally use this. So you go through all of those. Yeah, now I'm seeing, like, I wasn't sure what I'd use this for, and now I very much see meal planning here. And using, I don't know about these tabs, because I use the Midori metal tabs on here. I would just move all these over, because I did enjoy that. And I do like, I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure this is a little bit thinner because there's less in between pages, but then there's duplicate of every, there should be less pages overall. And then, yeah, the new B6 by Paper Test, she added like another 150 to 200 pages in there. Like they're 600 pages thick or something, 400 to 600. I don't know. I saw that and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. That's just it's just too thick for me. I don't, that's why I get compact as well. I don't need that many extra pages. So in here, there are plenty of back pages back here. Ooh, that's a lot. I like how having those, and they're all numbered, so it starts at 1 here. Yeah, it's a little wrinkled here, but oh well. Again, I could have done it when I first got it out, but I don't think so. It looks like it was kind of that way when I got it. So it goes to that January. So you could like meal plan for the next January and appointments. You know, sometimes it's nice to have that kind of buffered in. And it goes through January 4th on the weekly. And then you start at 1 and it has, and I like how, see how, this is what I really like. There's so many extra pages here that when you are writing towards the end of the year, this feels like the middle of the book. I love that. I absolutely love that. Because right now, this is what it feels like writing in the Paper Test. I feel like I have just a few left there. And I'm getting to, and then I'm writing on this big lump here. It can rock back and forth, but that's just kind of the feeling I'm having right now. Yeah, and it goes to the back. There's an info area. There is a contact pages back here. Quite a few. I think see, this isn't my health planner, but I might put some of the common health phone numbers that I'm constantly calling. I mean, they're in my phone, but sometimes it's nice to verify. So there's 150 exactly. Extra pages back here, which is nice. You know, that's why I get the compact in a sterling ink. It's about 100 or so ish. How many are in the compact? Let's see. Do I have it here? Yes. To compare, the sterling ink has 119. So this goes up to 119 for the compact. I know it's like super tiny there, 119. and this has 150. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Yeah, it must have gotten wrinkled at some point. It's like through the whole thing. And I don't think just paging through it could have caused that. Oh well. Yeah, I really, and once the A5 comes, I can totally see, like it's basically this grid with more room around the sides. And let's see, for this, I think she just made that bigger. Let me pull up the screenshot she has here. Yes, so these are just elongated out, so you have more room here. And then it has all the same trackers at the beginning. Looking for vertical. That's the horizontal. That's the monthly. That's the notes pages. There's the vertical. Okay, so when I'm looking, and again, you can just click that link. So instead of like 3 boxes here, let's see, there is, oop, jumped around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9 extra. Let me go back to the camera here. So instead of the 3, there's an extra 6 that it goes down. And I like to put extra washi tape and then be able to track. So this, let's see, so 1, 10. So you have 1. Yeah, you don't have 24 hours here. But on here, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 30 on the bottom. And then, yeah, I think there's actually just 1 extra. You could go to 4, and then at the top, instead of 3 here, sorry, I'm looking at the screenshot here. So that has 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, which is nice. It's nice and balanced and has a little extra space. Because when I was drawing a vertical, it felt even more crunched than that. And on here, there's, on the A5, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top. So you could go back to 5 a.m. and 4 a.m. starts on that line, but not here. Here you would go to 5 a.m. So 4:30 there. And then on the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the side. There's 6 on the side here. So you get 1 more extra width here. She was saying, yeah, that on the weekends are shorter. So the weekdays are wider, and then you have like these widths are less wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, each of those has 7. This is where my eyes, when I count these, it's hard for my eyes to do this. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8, and then these each have 7. Let's see what there's more room in the A5, but she did the same thing. So 1, 2, 8. So she did 8 for the weekends. And then 9. And that's what you do when you have a grid like that. You need to have like a standardized grid for everything. And then as you pull sizes out, you're adding squares and not just making everything bigger. So the font size would probably be exactly the same as all of these. And that provides a more consistent look through your whole line. But this, and then these kind of just expand out like an accordion. Yeah, so I love this. I felt like seeing the horizontal with the vertical. And I'm trying to think, like, would I want the vertical, like you can't in this book unless you renumbered everything. I mean, you could if you did sticker kits. But like, would I want the vertical first and then all of my lists? Like this is the 11th and this is the 18th. So it's obviously that the vertical comes second. But I think this kind of gives you like, let me kind of get the overview and then let me kind of map it out in time block or look at exact times. And I think that's how I use it, is like I do decorate my vertical first and then plot things out and then I make my list, but I can see why you'd want to do kind of an overview first. Let's see if I can talk here. Yeah. So it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like definitely the perfect fit. It feels like a little tight, but I think it's going to be, I think there's just like a little sliver of air that's going to, like if I pull these back a little bit, it makes it a little easier to like pull this way. Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. I think, I love the hybrid. I'm definitely going to be using it. It just depends, you know, which one I have. Like in hand, like I'll be using the A5 if that's the one that comes and everything looks gorgeous in it. And then, unless, you know, my husband wants this one, he might, who knows? I don't think he would use this many pages though. So it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Love this layout. Let me know if you have any questions, like if you want me to count out something on these, or, you know, this. Again, I don't have a sterling ink to try this out on, but if you look in the description, I would look at the millimeter dimensions, especially this one here. Usually, that tells a whole lot on whether that'll fit, and that's what didn't fit when I had my weeks. The Hobonichi ones are just so much thinner than this, so that's why it didn't fit. Let me know if you'd like me to, yeah, count things, do screenshots. Well, there's screenshots online, but it's beautiful. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Very kind on this. This is really great to have. I think you can use like the little tabs on this one and the big tabs on this one, or put these in the back of the hybrid and these in the, well, actually there's two sets. There's big, the whole word, there's the abbreviation version, and then there's just numbers. So very cool. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. This is, I think, the last unboxing I have. And so of these, let's see, I'll pick one of these. I have, can you notice a pattern here in terms of the colors that I ordered? Oh, and then I will sneak this on. This, I actually got a cover for my A5 Slim here. It just arrived as well. It was an A5 Slim rings that I took the rings out. But yeah, I got this in sand as well, just because I love this contrast. See, I like the contrast. But the A5 I ordered is much closer to this, even a little darker. The honey is a little darker, so I'm just going to live with that. That's kind of my lineup here, having this, and then this will be an A5, and then one of these weeks. That's kind of what I'm doing. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with this yet. If I just have a B6, I might figure out something to do with that too. But yeah, so I have personal, everything personal, just running the household stuff, business management, and health management. That's pretty much all I have there. So there's my messy stack for 2025. Take care, everyone. That's just cardboard here. Get that out of the way. Take care, everyone. If you'd like to like this on the way out, please do, or subscribe. Helps me out. Take care, everyone. Bye.